Yeah. Hey, guys, I need some advice. I don't. It's a question asker. A girl gave me her number last weekend, which was a first for me. Unfortunately, when I called her a couple days later, I ended up leaving the most awkward voicemail. What's my next move in that situation? If she never calls back, do I ever try to call her again, or have I lost my one chance? Wondering was in Wisconsin. Hey, wondering, your instincts have not served you wrong here. You have, in fact, lost your one chance.
Yeah,
I find myself laughing not at the predicament that you found yourself in, but trying to imagine what the most awkward voicemail someone could leave is.
I can't find...
Hey, Susan, this is Steve. Oh, my God, I'm peeing my pants right now.
Oh, God, there's pee and poop in my pants. Put
Said I
this
called
pee
you
here.
mid-poop and pee in my pants.
Ah, Susan.
Your dad is here. I'm making him watch. I wanted
Calling
to
back.
talk to your mom. Is your mom there?
I am a poopy robot. Eat up. Listen, if you call this lady back anymore, you are running a real risk of pulling a Jon Favreau from Swingers.
Yep.
And that is my living nightmare. So
now, what is that?
The scene in Swingers where Jon Favreau gets a number and then calls a girl and then leaves something like a desperate voicemail and then ends up calling her 20 more times until she answers the phone
try
and
to
says,
explain it away.
and answers the phone and says, "Please don't call me anymore." That is what that's what you're going towards, and that'll ruin you in the lady community.
I feel like maybe if you had been like building up to making this call and you finally made the call and you left an awkward message, then maybe you're just an awkward dude. And maybe you need to find a lady who celebrates that.
Yeah, I was going to say, just wait and see what happens, and maybe there's a funny story you get to tell your kids someday.
Yeah. Either she'll respond with, "Oh, that's cute," or, "Oh, he's a nut job.
He's a stalker.
You
What
could
a weirdo."
call back and leave a more awkward voicemail, or like a very intensely angry voicemail.
Now, what
Why
is
would that
this-
help?
Now, what is this
That's
solve?
a bad idea, isn't it? I just
Yeah, that wasn't a good
I'm in
one.
it
I
for
thought you might be looping around the bend to a good idea, but it never came. The turn never came. The river of that particular hand.
Listen,
never popped.
it's all about. It's like the first episode of The Bachelor. It's all about making an impression, so you get that first impression rose. You know what I mean? So like, it's not so much about offending her or playing to her sensibilities. You just gotta fucking get in her mind space. You gotta purchase a timeshare in her brain zone and then live in it, and then be unforgettable.
What if you hired a proxy to call her and say, "Please disregard Mr. Johnson's call.
Yeah.
He would very much like to date you.
Yeah.
Please return at your earliest convenience."
Maybe just call her back and say, "Hi, Deborah. It's me, Philip. I wanted to apologize because when I called you before, I was high on crank."
A lot of crank running through this bloodstream.
I was high on crank too.
Yeah.
That is not a practice I tend to give up. I intend to give up, by the way. If we enter into a loving covenant, I will still be getting high on crank regularly.
I would say, and for future reference, I think that if you get someone's number and you want to call them, don't leave a voicemail. Anybody?
No, I
Like,
think a voicemail's good.
really?
Yeah.
I don't like people who I don't like people who don't leave a voicemail.
I think the idea of leaving a voicemail for someone that you barely know but would like to get to know better, it just seems so weird. I would be so afraid of them not remembering who I was right away. And be like, "Who is this person? Leave me a voicemail."
It's a double-edged sword because it's a very low stress sitch. Like it puts the ball in their court, and if they don't call you back, like it's because they weren't that interested, and then that's fine. You can move on from that. On the other hand, if this is your first number, that it sounds like this is this dude's first number that he ever got because he explicitly says it. You're gonna do bad. You're gonna do a bad job, and that's okay. Like you gotta fail forward. You know, you gotta take some learnings from this and move on.
In the future, anybody really, if you're gonna leave a voicemail, please be tactical about it.
Yeah.
Know exactly what you're gonna say and get in, get out. Because there is nothing worse than being ready to call somebody back after you hear what the message was and they're still prattling on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you just need to say, like, you think of it like writing a letter, and you need to have your greeting, the body of the letter, and like your sign off and get out.
Don't spend
Hey, Deborah.
Don't spend too much time in there though. Don't be
No,
like
"Hey, Deborah, this is Steve. We met last night, at Dill's party. I think we should hang out sometime. Call me back.
Don't
That's it.
say, hey, this is Steve, and I met you at Dill's party, and if you don't remember me, I wrote you this rap, and then rap.
Yeah.
Don't do that rap that you wrote for her.
Don't do the rap.
Don't do the rap.
Keep it under like 15 seconds and get
Yeah.
out.
Hey, it's me. I just want to say, loved your boobies and would love to hook up. Just really chat them out.
Hey,
chat
this is Steve, and I'm here to say I love your boobies in a major way.
Now that guy would get a call back from me, but I myself am not a female. I don't know. I don't know if that would be an effective approach. I suspect it would be.
Yeah.
Anybody who parodies a Fruity Pebbles commercial in a sexual phone.
Go on.
Ho,
message.
ho, ho, I'm hungry. That's from the Fruity Pebbles Christmas commercial.
Sure. Do we know any other Fruity Pebbles commercials we want to spoof, or do we want to maybe move on to a Yahoo?
We can come back around to the Pebbles.
All right, we'll
later.
circle back. We'll put a pin in it.
Do you remember the one where Barney burned Fred's house down?
Barney, all my possessions.
Yeah.
Rise from the ashes, immaterial. Dance in the flame with me. These are the bones of Bam Bam. Watch him crumble around you. Can I have some cereal?
You guys want to Yahoo?
Stare into the eyes, Wilma's decapitated head. I burned your house. Your house is made of rocks.
Whoops.
So I guess if you leave that voicemail, then you're probably done.
Yeah, you didn't do it right.
That would not be the right approach to take.